Beloved viewers, well, tick, 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 not long now. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to have a look at Richard Ojeda. Had lots of requests for him in West Virginia, but I thought I'm warming up to doing Beto again. Oh, God, please, Beto, you've got to do it, love. Oh. But I thought I haven't done the governor's race in Texas yet. So I thought I would start with that. Okay, so we're going to Texas, but not yet to Beto O'Rourke. So we've got the governor's race, and that is between Republican Greg Abbott and Democrat Lupe Valdez. Okay. Governor of Texas. So, of course, the Latino vote, once again, is so important. And Hispanic viewers, let me know what you think. But my sense of it over the last 20 years or more is conservative Hispanic voters tend to get out and vote, and others who would fall more naturally into the Democratic camp don't vote in such high numbers. Let me know if you agree with that or not. But let's have a look. This is Governor of Texas, Abbott versus Valdez. Abbott versus Valdez. All right. Come on down, viewers. Here we go. Oh, let me just explain. Democrats on the left, Republicans on the right. So Valdez, Abbott. Okay. Mixed bag both ways. So on top, Valdez has the Knight of Wands, bringing a message, something to say, but a little bit cautious, a little bit timid. Might not be strong enough to stand up to his Republican opponent. So there is a hesitation there. I don't know if that's in his nature or whether he's not quite the right candidate. I don't know the background of either of these candidates. So this is just purely what the cards are telling me. In his recent past, bear in mind these are only 3-card mini readings, was out in the cold. Now, he could have moved on from there, and I'd be happier if he had, except then he's got retreat. Like, there's no energy around this guy. Zero energy. On the other hand, we have Abbott, Hierophant, Law and Order, all of that. I take for him. In his recent past, he gets the Star, so he has the momentum and all the good juju that's got him where he is. But he's wondering if he's done enough. He's not entirely convinced he has done enough. I would say he's worried by the Beto O'Rourke phenomenon, because let's hope, viewers, I haven't finished with this yet, I'll do one more card each. Let's hope that because Beto has worried them, regardless of anything else, he's really taken it all to a different level. That might inspire some voters who would automatically go Republican for the governor rethinking, and maybe that's what's concerning Abbott. So let's see, one more round. Governor of Texas. What's in the cards for Valdez? Will he become governor? Let's have a look. He gets Ace of Swords and Abbott gets Page of Wands. Aces trump pages. So Valdez has some last-minute cut-through. It'd have to be last minute because basically he has been the proverbial wet dish rag in energy terms. But This is a powerful card. Aces, cutting through the crap. He might be able to ride on the coattails of Beto. Abbott, on the other hand, Page of Wands, not a bad card by any means. He's a better speaker. Now, better speaker in this context doesn't mean a great speaker in the way Obama might be described as a great speaker. It just means he can sprout what needs to be sprouted for the Republican line. He just has to turn up, really. Because Texas is the particular state it is. I did see one commentary today, viewers, where one cynical commentator said Texas isn't a red state or a blue state, it's a non-voting state. So all of this rests on people getting out and pressing the button or putting their name somewhere. Voting. That would be called voting. Let's hope. So, I think Valdez I think he is benefiting from Beto. He's probably left it a bit late. I'll give it to Abbott by a whisker just because deep Republican territory. Okay, that's all the time I'm going to spend on those. Let's get on to Richard Ojeda. Is it Ojeda? Ojeda? And he's been one of those lightning candidates who's emerged from the pack. And this election has been fantastic for that, hasn't it? I mean, some real stars have emerged. And viewers put me onto him, and I went and looked at some of his campaign ads. So I know a bit more about him than I do for a lot of these quickie readings because he is so intriguing. And the Democrats seem to be attracting more and more vets who have something to say, who have looked from the outside in. You know, they've put themselves on the line, put their bodies on the line, put everything on the line for their country. So they're actually invested in what their country is doing and what their country represents and what their country is, you know, saying about itself. So there's all these Democratic vets, and I think that's a really exciting development. I'm loving it. So, one more mix-up. Richard Ojeda. He's up against Carol Miller. But first I'd like to do a bit of a look at his actual essential nature. Have a little look. Okay, so tell me about Richard Ojeda. So, women have been a big influence in his life. What have we got here? Yeah. This is interesting. This tells the story, doesn't it, really? Knight of Wands, he's been a warrior. As a young person, he went not thinking, as so many young people do, you know, they're motivated to just go out and have the big adventure and take it all on, and took the headwinds of the storm. As a consequence of that, he has some battle injuries, and that's also to the heart as much as to the body. So this is the sign of, you know what, I've been in all these battles and I'm up for another one. And for his opponent, be afraid, be very afraid. At his centre, the Queen of Pentacles, I'm not getting the impression this is your traditional reading, which is the very rich woman. It's not that. It's Pentacles being ruled by Earth, being ruled by the body, a very caring woman, probably his mum, could be aunties, could be a teacher, but a woman or women were very influential. So even though he's such a masculine bloke and the buzz cut and all of that, in his heart he has a deep, compassionate heart. He saw the rip-offs and how his state and his country was being ripped off. So we all know now what he said. You know, I saw kids all over the Middle East, you know, who were hungry and suffering and stuff, and I came back and there were kids in my neighbourhood who in some cases were worse off. And this is the thing about these deep Republican states with chronically poor populations that have been abandoned by the Republican Party for generations and yet still vote for them. So he is enunciating their ripoff. I'm loving that. And he's got the Chariot. Momentum, motion, power. Oh, Lordy, good on him. Good on him, telling it like it is. Look. Now we'll see how it goes with the head-to-head. Carol Miller, I've got no idea what she's like. What's the story with Carol Miller? Richard Ojeda up against Carol Miller. So he'll be on the left, she's on the right. Okay, Richard Ojeda, Carol Miller. Queen of Pentacles again, interesting. Oh, I tell you what, viewers, I tell you what, these races are really interesting. I can't remember the last time I just got a straightforward, clear winner. They're not falling like that. They're complicated, sort of gnarly races. And so here, I'll explain. Okay, he gets the Queen of Pentacles, as I've just explained. The thing about him that's important in this race, like I was saying, because he was well brought up somewhere along the line with powerful women, women like him. So with some of these macho guys, the guys warm to them but not the women. I think he'll be very popular with the female vote. Page of Cups, he's still young. He also has his demons. I mean, somewhere I was reading, he said he went into the army as an alternative for selling dope. I mean, this is talking about the microeconomies of these places, and no matter how smart you are, whatever, with poor education systems, poor options, long-term unemployment, it's easy for young people to be washed away, whether it's the opioid crisis or traditional drugs, you might say, of recreational drugs or alcohol. And this could speak to a bit of alcoholism in the family, or that he wrestled with it himself. This is in his past, so I'm not suggesting for 1 minute he has a problem. I'm not. I think he's very strong and does think about the body, which is also ruled by Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. But he understands it. He understands why people go down that path and get lost to drugs and being disheartened. He understands disappointment. Now, that's his short-term outcome card, which you wouldn't think is marvellous until you have a look at hers. I wouldn't want to be in Carol Miller's high heels if that's what she wears. Her overriding card, 3 of Swords, pierced in the heart. Not a happy camper, doesn't look marvellous. She is a Republican, meaning she's used to dirty money, making dirty deals, group work. Truly, they are so vile as a party. Look, let's hope this is the death throes of the Republican Party. It'll take at least 2 years and maybe 4, maybe 6 years. But you get the sense the Republican Party is not sustainable. Right? There are positive interpretations of this card also, of course, viewers, in terms of the quality of the work and so forth. But you couldn't possibly use any of those interpretations because it has the Swords, 3 of Swords on top, and her outcome, 10 of Swords. She's dealing with swords. I think she could be stabbed in the back by the Republican Party. So this is what I mean about these really difficult readings. It's not as though he seems to be running away with it or she seems to be running away with it. Look at this. Lordy, lordy. Okay. So, will Richard win in West Virginia? Warhorse keeps going regardless. Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, it's an offer. Let's see what she gets. Carol Miller. Will Carol Miller win? Whoops. She gets the Wheel of Fortune and the Chariot. Spin of the dice. Sadly, I would think she gets us fated in the cards, right? On top of those other 3 cards, all that. She does get the Chariot, which he got in his reading, which does give her a bit of momentum to possibly get over the line. He gets, I'm sticking there, I'm seeing it out. There might be some muck. There's still 2 weeks to go. On this, I'd marginally give it to her. She gets the Chariot, he gets the Warhorse. But what this is saying too is he's in for the fight. And this, I've called it the mercenary card before, and it can have very negative connotations. But one of the positive connotations is there for the long haul, a workhorse. So even if she squeaks in, I think he'll be hanging around and will make a difference. Make a real difference. Okay. All right. So that's them. I've got to go because I've got to get ready to do the Beto reading. Oh, see you real soon. Thumbs up. Bye now.